Hello everybody. I have some new update about my graphic engine, and I want to show you what's new, what new feature I've added to the engine, and how does it work. The first and most important is that now I support directional light. The directional light is kind of a very far away light, which work in a way that every ray which is casted from the light source is hitting the scene from the same angle. So you have like many parallel light rays which are coming and hitting the object on the scene. That means that no matter how you position, how you move a given object, if that object is exposed to the light source, you will get the same amount of light no matter of how it is actually positioned. So, for example, the light source is somewhere there, and this part of the box now is completely black because it's not getting any light, and this other part is white. I mean, it's white, it's getting light. And well, specular maps and diffusion maps are working correctly also for this new kind of light. The white box is a common spotlight, so you can see that if you come back to this box, now it's black and now it's getting some light, and this light, the intensity of the light depends on the position of the box, on the position of the light, on the distance and stuff like that. Another important change I made is in the calculation of the Euler angles for the camera. So in the oldest video, the yaw and pitch was mostly garbage. It didn't have any real sense. The camera was moving correctly, but the angles were all wrong. Now in this video, if you watch at the text message in the lower part of the window, you see that those values are actually, let's say, correct. Maybe okay, you cannot understand that from just from my words, but yeah, are correct. So for example, now let me go somewhere here. Yeah, I am at this position. I have a pitch of 25 degree. Uh, this green line is the Y line and is growing on this side, so it's increasing on the upper side of the scene you are seeing. So if I look higher, the pitch increase. If I look down, the pitch decrease, which makes perfectly sense. Also, the yaw is correct. So if you move around the scene, it is changing, and everything works fine. The second important change is that I have implemented something which allows the camera to follow given objects. So for example, let me put the camera here. Now I can move the box and the camera will follow the box. Whenever the box goes, the camera will follow. Now moving this box is not that easy with the keyboard because I do not see where is the back and the front of the box. But yeah, you can move the box and everything work. Of course, when you move, in this case, the box is a source of light. If you move the source of light, the algorithm which calculates the lighting will update uh, all the light stuff. So as you can see, it's very hard here by moving the box because it's very hard to move this box actually without seeing the front. But yes, as you can see, the other box is illuminated properly, and also if you move, I will attempt to move this box somewhere here in the middle of these two. Well, there is no collision detecting, so you can enter other objects. Yeah, this is something we will come in the future. But the point is that this, okay, I think I will stop this exercise in moving boxes very soon because I don't know where I'm going. Oh yeah, I wanted to show that yes, the light is casted properly and everything works just fine. So it's cool. you can follow other objects. Actually, the camera is able to follow and track objects which are of a specific type. For example, here I am when I use this set target function, I want to follow the light one object. Now the light one object is okay, it's a generic light, blah blah, but it's a point light which use as a basic light inherit from generic light. Every light is a kind of generic light with which eventually adds some feature, some functionalities, but everything is a generic light. And now generic light is a movable object. This is something which I introduced in the last commit, on the last few commits. And a movable object is, as you may understand, as you imagine, is something you can move. So you can set angles, you can perform some scaling operation, you can modify those angles, and you can move the object inside the scene. So when the camera track an object, the object must be movable, so it must be a movable object. And it works in that way that if we go to the camera, uh, it's very, very simple. If you follow a target, if you set a target and follow a given target, then the only thing that you have to do is calculate a new front camera and update angles in order to have the proper computation for the pitch and yaw, and then update the the camera view. The movable objects were not available before. Uh, Things were working differently. Now there is also another additional object, which is the movement processor. That's important. It's again pretty simple, but for what I need for now is good. Basically, you can register movable objects inside this processor, and for any given movable objects that you are registering, you can provide a mapping of keys and actions to perform. So for example, I want that the left key is mapped to a rotation on the yaw angle, the right key on the yaw again, page up and down on the pitch, and the key up and down move forward and backward the object. Now we understand why it's very hard to move that box. Because yeah, you have to use page down, page up, and arrow keys. It's very uncomfortable, but it's just to show you how does it work. You register the object, and then there is this movement processor at each frame. It just calculates it. I mean, it look if any object is registered for a given preset key, and it just triggers the proper operation, move, modify angle, stuff like that. That was the biggest change. I made some change in the shader. Oh, I need the fragment shader. Where is the fragment shader? Vertex shader. I am blind or what? Oh, let me open it again. A small factoring in the fragment shader in order to be able to manage the new directional light. Nothing very big, nothing very fancy. There is some refactoring to do in the future here, specifically in the number of lights the engine is able to handle. Now is hard-coded to 10. I don't need anything more advanced now, this is just experimenting, but clearly this needs to work in a little bit more, yes, clever way. But I'm not that good still with the shaders code. But so I guess it will come in the future. Another important change I would like to introduce in the future, and probably will be visible in the next video, the next movie, is that I would like to load the models from Blender. I have this Blender. I have this Blender thing, which I would like to use to create more complex objects than just boxes. And yes, load these models, these objects inside my engine so I can, I don't know, build spacecraft or whatever. Now the thing is very complex to do because if you want to load an object, a model you have to specify all the vertex. So this is the box. This is a box. It includes the vertex for every vertex. It includes the normal vectors for every vertex again, and the coordinate for the texturization, for the proper texturization of the model. So it's a mess. That's why there are only box in the scenes, because I mean I don't want to write stuff like that by hand anymore. So I hope this Blender thing will help me in the future, and I hope in the next video you will see some more things going on. I don't know, maybe a sphere or something like that. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.